Thanks for watching Afternoon Live. It's the latest coronavirus variant causing worry around the world. Joining us with an update on Omicron, we welcome back from the medical researcher and cardiologist, Dr. Ernst von Schwarz is with us today. Dr. Ernst, thanks for joining us again.
Thanks for having me on, Kara. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. You know, so today was big news because we heard that there's been a case in California now with this new variant. Can you share a little bit about it?
Yeah, I mean, we were just waiting for that. As you know, I mean, that the first sample in which Omicron was detected was actually taken November 9. And then it took 2 weeks almost till November 24th that basically the news came out that this is a new possibly highly transmissible variant called Omicron. And that has been detected in more than 20 countries now, originated in South Africa. And we heard yesterday from 2 cases in Canada, and just today in the LA Times actually was publicized that there was 1 case now in Northern California, an individual who obviously traveled from South Africa to California on November 24th and then had mild symptoms and was diagnosed with this variant. And again, the measurements, how do we know that? It's basically a genomic sequence technique which is done in certain samples, not in everybody who tests positive, but that individual tested positive for that new variant, and that's a big concern for us.
Talk about the concern and what makes this different, Omicron different than other variants.
Well, it is different because it was just called by the World Health Organization as a variant of concern. Before it was just a variant of interest, but now it's a variant of concern. And there are several reasons for that. Number one is that it has a lot of mutations, at least 50, if not more, and 30 of those mutations in that variant are on that what we call the spike protein. And remember, the spike protein is the portion of the virus which enables it to enter into cells. So a higher number of mutations on that particular location usually means a much higher transmissibility, meaning a much higher rate of infectiosity, meaning more people can be infected with that virus than any variant before. And if we think about what we call in Europe, especially the R value or reproduction value gives us a number. And if the number is less than 1, that means, for example, if it's 0.7, then 10 infected individuals would infect 7 others, meaning the virus would die out. So for the Delta variant, that R number in recent months was approximately 1 to 1.5, so 10 individuals can infect 15 healthy people. But for this new variant, the R number is estimated, and that's not measured, but estimated as higher than 50, which would mean a more than 500% higher transmissibility than anything we have seen so far.
Is there anything to know so far that we might know as far as the vaccination goes, as far as the vaccine working or not with the same variant?
Not much, Kara. We just heard some data yesterday for the first time from a study from Israel, which showed in a relatively small number of patient samples where the samples were tested towards a vaccine, that supposedly the currently available vaccines have a 95% or higher efficacy in fighting against that variant. But this is just from one sample population, basically relatively small numbers, not controlled yet, not published anywhere. So there's more to come. It will take, of course, several weeks to assess that. We strongly believe that there's at least some degree of efficacy of any of the vaccines, no doubt. And that's all what we have in our hands anyhow. What we don't know yet is if that variant will cause, besides being higher transmissible, if it will cause a more severe course of the disease or more death cases. That's unknown at the current time.
And quickly, just a couple weeks until we know anything more.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Ernst von Schwarz. We'll have more information about you in today's segment on our website at katcu.com, but don't go away. We'll be right back.